So after some sanding and planing it flush, I mean planing may not be like the critical aspect, because even if it protrudes like slight a bit, that's still okay. But it just feels good to have it like plain. So I have like now both sides it's mostly ready. It feels like very smooth for my even my fingers. I hope this is enough for the tambour rails. I want to get it I think I should be able to fine tune it even later, but I want to get it perfect before gluing up the panels. We'll see. I may not be able to further, but I think they are like pretty good right now. So the next thing now is to glue up these side panels, because there are so many like pieces there that yeah, if I align these, like they are more or less like, so if I align the bottom pieces, which they are supposed to, because that's my registration, so both sides they seem to be pretty much symmetrical, pretty close, I mean, considering everything done by hand, so I'm happy with that. So next thing is to, like, I think glue up the side panels, as I said, and then work on the tambour rails. The like gluing up the side panels is just reduces the work further on, because I have those side panels ready, and then I don't have to worry about too many pieces gluing all of those together. That's the idea. But I have to next cut the plywood panels now. Yeah, that should be simple. So today actually I got a chance to drive by to my lumber yard and got this nice Baltic birch plywood. So I have to just cut the panels. Nothing complicated about this really, I think. Just trying to measure the length so that I can use it more efficiently. That's the only thing. 17 3/8. So let me go by this because I can get 2 panels out of it. I just want minimum wastage because this is Baltic birch plywood, like quite expensive. 17 3/8, 16th more than 17 3/8. Just using that. I want to mark these knife lines because like this looks like cross grain, so it's hard to predict these things on plywood, so always good to mark these. This is, by the way, some really nice Baltic birch plywood. I have a pretty good lumber yard nearby. I usually buy hardwood from that place. One thing I forgot to do was I really intend to mark on basically 2 parallel lines around 16th of a inch. The reason being like it's not just this side. I want to ensure that I don't get any like significant fraying on the other side also. So I will just eyeball these. Around a saw curve distance. Not saw curve, like really like a 16th or something like that. 8th maybe actually. So I will guide my saw between that. Let's see. So in the past I have like I have not spent too much on plywood. Basically like I have tried to manage with like plywood that is not too expensive, but I have, because I'm mostly into hand tool woodworking, I have very less idea on plywood. I thought this is not as critical, but it's always good to have the nice plywood for fine woodworking. Yeah, I'm starting to understand what benefits this Baltic birch plywood does bring. So again, I will not be using for these for like tenons or dovetails, something like that, because I mean plywood is not ideal for hand tool woodworking. That's what I believe right now. But for panels and all, these are like indispensable, I think. This is some nice plywood actually. I can feel it when I'm sawing because I don't get as much resistance usually when I'm sawing plywood. This is a new saw, so it's a good sign. This is really strong and resilient. I'm impressed with this plywood, really. You see this plywood, like absolutely like that, no fraying from either side. I think mostly it's because of that knife wall, but I guess a little bit because of the plywood also. So I need 14 5/16. I'm marking like a 32nd over 14 5/16. This does look like long grain on the plywood. It's hard to predict, like, or hard to really get a complete idea of the grain direction. But I will, hopefully I'm right, and I will just mark on this side, the good side. I have one of these boards, like plywood boards panels, sized as per the measurements I took initially, but I haven't tested it like real time. So I'll still go ahead and do one more dry run before gluing it up, because like it's not a good feeling. You absolutely don't want during the glue up to find out that okay, this panel doesn't fit. Yeah, I have to plane it down further. I mean, it's giving my this plywood very good, like it's giving my plane a hard time. So I'm pretty sure it will. I have to go to the sharpening stone pretty soon, but that's fine. I mean, we hand tool woodworkers, having to go to the sharpening stone should be for our chisels and planes should be the least of our concerns, really. Let's see, is it still wide enough? This is C and X. I mean, this panel doesn't need to be tight at all. It's a plywood, like if you can get it snug, that is nice, because this won't really, I mean, in principle everything expands and contracts, so, but this being plywood, it would be very, very minimal, I am sure. So what I'm looking for is making sure that the panel is not holding off anything. I just want to be like very certain that this thing will fit, or the gap should close. That's what I'm trying to be sure. If not, I wouldn't hesitate to like take one more shaving. I think it's closing in fine. So let me go ahead and do this first. Let me number the panel from inside so that I know which direction I've tried it. So there are like no surprises, or like I have established pattern really. I'm trying to look for my pencil. So this is the inside. That's the bottom. Let me put like a X, X, Y, Y. That's it, just to mark things. So one thing I have to do before this is like, this is the bottom. So let me put an arrow. So this is how it goes at the top. So these will be the legs. Not sure. So this side, these are the legs. So I have to shape it a little bit, or like chamfer it a little bit. So I should do that before gluing it up, because it would be difficult to do this like once. I could use my premium rasps, but this is one that I started with, Paul Seller recommendation, so works very nice for these kind of things straight. Let me take out my file for the fine tuning. I mean, this is like mainly prevents like when this will be dragged on the floor or something. So like 1/8 of an inch. Feels nice to the hand, and This just, I mean, makes the edges stronger, really, apart from the looks. And I could use the plane on these sides. It has quite a heavy set. Plane gives a like a smooth finish from the beginning, actually. This now feels very good. So it will have good strength when it is like dragged, like if it is dragged on the floor. This side maybe a little bit more. I mean, the other rasp will actually work pretty well because hand stitched ones are much better. But for the straight thing, so this has a coarse side and the finer side. I'm using the finer side. That's more than good enough because not too much material I have to take out. So the file is just like cleaning out the rasp marks. It feels like glass. This has like very small chisel like surfaces, the file, so it's very flat and smooth surface. So now I think this is all ready for glue up. Let me glue up this one, then I will go to the other one. And 4, this is 4, right? Or J, I don't know. H is this, so it goes this way, keeping things ready. And then this one. So let me get my glue and applicator. By applicator I mean this piece of stick which I normally use. That's it. I can get two out of it, so I'll keep one aside. So I don't need any glue on the miter. It won't add strength, and especially now because it will unnecessarily hinder the other side when I'm like gluing. One thing I should do is to ensure that this eases into that joint. We normally do this, or at least I've seen Paul Sellers do it. I think I should clamp this in because I get a feeling that I may drop this. I don't think it's coming up on the camera. It's just that Now what I want to do also is quickly make sure that this is square. This is 21 1/4. This is 21 3/16, like a 16th of, let me see which side. So I'm just trying to see, like this side has to come in a little bit. And this side it will likely take 2 clamps. Now sometimes, like since you are gluing up, this thing tends to, like, the glue would have started to bite. So I think it's good. Let me see if there are any gaps on this side. This all looks fine. And one more thing I remember I saw was, like, there was a blob of glue on the miter. If that dries up, it's going to hinder the other side of the joint. Let me see if I can take it out. I could still scrape off with the chisel at the end. So I will leave this one aside. And same thing on the other one. One thing I did the last time was I first put the panel in and then I was trying to glue the tenons. It was a little bit of a hindrance. Not a big deal, but I will first glue, then put the panel, and then put the tenon piece in. Because if I put, it will start to. If I put the, if I put the tenon first, then I can't put the panel, can I? And I will try to clean the glue spillover from the miters, like before I clamp in, so it is easier. That's how we learn from experience. Like I was a little bit more clumsy on the first glue up, but this one I have now understood the pattern. And of course there is that overconfidence thing also which sometimes messes up things. This is good. Now before putting the panel, what I meant was, let me apply glue on the tenons. So these corners, it was becoming difficult to reach if I put in the panel first. And put the panel X, that's X, goes this way. Now the Paul Seller's technique is, like, instead of like clamping too hard, the clamp pressure combined with a hammer tap, like, really helps. I'm checking my pencil lines whether these things are all aligned. This one is a little bit off, so I will loosen these. So I've completely loosened this, and then one more tap. If it doesn't go, it doesn't. No. Before I put the other clamp, I don't think I can do much right now because the glue is like well set. 316. I think it's good. Yeah. So there is a gap on this side, only on this side. That is not because the joint is in tight, it's my tenon shoulder was not the most accurate, so I'll have to live with that, or I can put in some filler. I'll see. Okay, I'll leave this aside.